All right, here we're with head coach Jerry Arvin. You got GSAC meet this weekend. Can you give me a preview of the meet, first starting with the men, then the women?
I believe I can, George. It should be a very, very interesting couple of days up there. Some of the other GSAC teams have gotten much better. Biola and Westmont's men and women are both better than they have been in the past. Masters men or distance runners are really good. So that's going to put a strain on everybody else. Fresno and Azusa still tend to have pretty significant teams and pretty quality athletes. The quantity may not be as much as it has in the past for them, but quality, they're still very good. Our problem or our issue is that we've been hurt all season. Our numbers have been good in terms of 60, 65, 66 kids on the team right now. But we've also got probably 8 of our elite athletes hurt who aren't going to compete. And having that many who can't help you is a struggle. And the fact that we're getting back Dominique and Cassie off the women's team, Taylor, Audia in the vault, and Sean and Eddie back from the men's team who've been struggling with injuries. And so it's kind of an unknown going into the meet how well we're going to perform with them. Things should be set up so we will do okay, but I don't think it's a given fact that we've seen in the last 7-8 years where our men and women both were going to challenge and be very dynamic in the meet. We can still do a lot. How well we're going to do, it depends on how well everybody comes through, how well our relay teams eventually run. So it's going to be a challenge and a position that I haven't been in since I took over the program in '94 and '95 when we were basically running with a handful of men and women, and lucky to get 3-4 people qualified for nationals. So it's not new territory, it's unfamiliar territory for us right now.
Well, what's your realistic expectations? What would you like to see happen?
Well, I always want us to perform to the best of our ability. What we're able to do, if we compete at that level, what is that going to do for us? I really don't have a good handle. In years past, I've had a pretty good handle on what the other teams could do. I'm not even sure I have a good handle on what Azusa can do, what Fresno can do, what Biola can do. We haven't seen much of any of them this year. The rain out hurt us a little. Biola hadn't been in any meets we've been at. Concordia hasn't been in any meets we've been at. And typically, we've seen them before. Westmont's much better this year, so they're going to be in the mix there. So, hopefully we'll be in the upper half. The daunting part for me is that in the existence of the GSAC, the women have never been worse than second. All the time we've been there. And I don't know if the men have been worse than fourth, but I can't quite remember. But since we started in '88, the women have always been 1 or 2. And it's been Azusa and Point Loma. That could change this year. I hope not, but it could.
Well, looking down the road, I'm not sure how many people you've had qualify A standard for nationals yet. It's just a handful right now.
Right.
But what would you like to get that number to, and what will it take to get it up to a number that you want?
Well, right now we've got 3 men qualified, and it appears that if things hold, you never know, but it appears Lindsay in the EP and Jeff in the DECA will both probably make it. TJ's ahead of Jeff right now, so they both could make it, but TJ's injured, one of those I was talking about, and Jeff's going to do the DECA this week, and I would assume he's going to score more points. Doesn't mean he will. So I think that with that you're looking at 5 right now, and then I would hopefully think that our men's and women's 4x4s and our women's 4x8 would all have legitimate shots. Taylor in the pole vault, if she can be healthy enough, should have a good shot. So there's areas there where I think we could realistically, instead of having a number of 3 to 5 athletes, somewhere around 12 to 15, still about 10 off what we've been taking the last 5 or 6 years.
Well, first thing first, GSAC meet this weekend, and then we'll see how we are preparing for nationals. But thanks for talking to us, Coach, and good luck.
You're welcome. Thanks. We'll need it.